Well, if you're thinking about moving to the Jackson metro area with a family, you got kids, whatever the case may be, and you're looking for the best suburbs. You want to live in a suburb. They say you already know that. And you want to raise a suburb in the best suburb to do it in the Jackson metro area. We're going to talk about the top 10 here in this video to raise a family. We've got a list we're going to go through here.
It is not our opinion.
It's not our opinion. It's not our list, but we're going to go through it, give you some context to it, give you the things we know about the areas, and we'll see what you think. So we're going to be talking about all that in this video. That's what you're looking for. Stick around. We're about to get after it right now. Welcome back to the Living in Jackson, Mississippi channel. Y'all, on this channel, we're giving you information about the area, taking you around, showing you everything that you want to see, telling you what you want to know if you are thinking about moving to the Jackson Metro. So if you are doing that, make sure you get down there, hit that subscribe button, and click the bell because we got videos coming out all the time. You don't want to miss those, and that will keep you from doing that. So make sure you do that. And then, if you are that person, you really are thinking about it, or you're going to be moving here, don't wait, y'all. Don't wait at all. Take it one step further.
You got to give us a call, give us a text, shoot us an email, or break out the megaphone. Whatever you got to do so we can help make your move to Jackson so much easier.
That's right, y'all. What have you got to do to get in touch with us? We got you back moving here. We don't want you to have, trouble, issues that can come up. If you're relocating from across the country, there's things you may not know.
That's right.
So we're here
for that, to answer those questions.
Or answer your questions, help, whatever you need. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the top 10 suburbs. We've talked about suburbs before. We've covered most of these in other videos, so there's plenty. If you want to know more about the ones that we talk about in this video, check out the channel. There's videos already there covering a lot of these, but we're going to talk about this list. We've got a list from niche.com that we're going to go through.
Niche or is it niche?
There's debate over that, but I say niche.com. I use this in a lot of videos. They do rankings for areas. They do rankings for schools. I would say it's a fantastic resource, no matter where you're moving to. Honestly, if you're moving, if you're considering other areas, niche or niche.com will get you some pretty good information. They've got reviews from local people in the places about the areas and schools, so it's a good place to check out if you don't have somebody like us sitting here making videos for you all the time. So that's what we're doing. We're going to give you some extra info, some knowledge, some context, some stories, whatever we can think of with these extra cities here, or with all these suburbs here around the Jackson Metro. So we're going to dive right into it. I'm just going to share the screen here so you can see us down the corner. And here it is. I'm going to move us right over here because I feel better about it right there. I don't know what you think about that. All right. So here we are.
We're in your bottom left corner now.
We're now in your bottom left corner. All right. So first one on the list here, well, you can see the top two already. But the first one here is Madison. So Madison, Mississippi, it's consistently rated on a lot of places as the top, or it's either the top or one of the top cities to move to in Mississippi, regardless of where you look. So no surprise here that it's on this top suburbs for families in the Jackson Metro. They're giving it an A+ overall rating, which if you use niche.com very often, that's
rare.
Pretty rare. But Charles, you live in Madison as of recent. You moved there. So
I did.
So what do you like about Madison? What do you think about this rating here? What context can you give us on Madison?
Gotcha. So I'm going to be partial here. I live very close to the Ridgeland Madison line, but I'm in the city of Madison. My location is amazing. I can jump on the Old Canton Road to get to pretty much any, how in an earlier video I had maybe mentioned about I spend a lot of time in certain areas, right? Well, that location gives me easy access to those areas. So I like mine due to easy access to the interstate, I-55, crossing over Spillway Road to get back into the Flowood Res area, and restaurants and stuff like that. And of course the shopping is all very close to those areas as well that I tend to do. So for those reasons right there, the shopping, the restaurants, because I do eat out a lot. I'm not as Jared's bigger than me, but I do eat out a lot myself.
I'm letting him go because he lives in Madison. Hey, but Madison is, like I said, it's known for a lot. It's got some good and bad things that it's known for. We're not going to get into the bad things in this video. We're talking about why it's good.
Well, also I think this is important. Madison is actually in the county of Madison. So you got Madison County, and then you got Madison. Well, Madison County is one of the fastest growing counties in the whole state.
Right.
I believe our top three are what ranking. I'm not going to give you the correct order, I don't believe, but you got Rankin County, Madison County, and then the one up north.
DeSoto County.
Yep. Those are top 3 counties in the state, with 2 of them being in the metro area.
That's right. And I want to give some extra insight here, because we've talked about this. If you go look at the other videos, I talk about pricing a little bit more in depth. So if you want more in-depth actual numbers, I guess the older video, we got to update them because prices have changed so much in the last couple of years. And this is kind of out of date, I feel like here. It's going to be, I would say, at least about 50,000 higher than that, but depending on where you are, there are some affordable housing options in Madison around that 200,000 price point, but they're, say, few and far between. They don't come up a lot.
Right.
Renting is another little side note here. There are no apartments in the city of Madison. None. Yeah. You can rent a house.
You have apartments in the county, but not in the city.
Not in the city. So you can rent a house there. You can find those rental houses. You cannot find apartments. I feel like that's probably close, but I'm gonna say it's still gonna be
probably higher,
a little higher than that. I'm gonna say 1,800, to 2,000.
You might get a little less than that as you get into the county part of Madison. Get it down a little bit, but with it being single family housing, obviously the rent's going to be higher.
Yeah.
I will also say this: as we go through these numbers at each different city, we're a non-disclosure state, so they're probably pulling from public record to get these numbers. So they are going to be normally lower than what they really are.
Yep. And so if you want to see where Madison is, this is where it is. It sits on the north side of the metro area, right north of Ridgeland. You can see on this map here, I don't even have to bring it up. You got the reservoir over there, and Jackson is down here to the south of that. And the schools here obviously ranked very well too. Crime and safety, they're giving it a B, which honestly I feel like is probably kind of a harsh rating. I don't hardly hear of anything going on in Madison, but maybe it does. I don't know everything.
And I tell people this all the time. Obviously, this is a perfect example, and as we go down, you'll see it even more. That crime happens everywhere, right? It just depends on what kind of crime is it. And niche here is giving us an idea of what that is.
Yep. And jobs, obviously, they're saying good. Median income around 114,000. And that kind of leads to the other thing, which is if it's not the most expensive area as far as cost of living, which, to give you context, it's still low compared to other parts of the country, other places. We're very affordable cost of living here, but compared to the rest of the metro area, this is going to be one of the higher end spots. So that income is right in line with that. But you see the schools here; they're giving A's and A pluses, A minuses. There's not a B rating in any of these schools. So,
yep.
So that's Madison for you. Other things about Madison. Like you said, the location is great. You do have some pretty nice shopping options either right there or right next to the city of Madison. So,
and it's still growing. I mean, there's developments, opportunities to develop land there for more commercial opportunities, residential opportunities, and stuff like that. I will say that the city of Madison, though, inside the city limits, as far as a brand new development goes, I believe has to be a 2,800 square feet or higher heated and cooled space. So that is obviously going to push the price up for the homes in the city of Madison when it comes to new construction.
Yeah, you can find some stuff outside in the county less than that, obviously, but in the city, yeah. And then, being in Madison, there's some other things going on close to there. If you want to be close to that, you've got Gluckstadt, which it's not on this list because this list actually came out last year, and Gluckstadt was not officially a city.
It is now.
When this came out, but Gluckstadt is another one up there, which could make another future list. I don't know, but it's right there in the county, right north of Madison. And then, of course, going up a little bit above that, you've got that Madison County mega site where the new Amazon is. You've also got UPS putting in a facility in Madison as well, or Madison County. So a lot of stuff going on there, close to Madison.
Where's our Google at?
I don't know. Where are you at, Google? Anyway, let's go back to our list here. All right, jumping into the next one on the list, number 2, the best places to raise a family. Best suburbs to raise a family on this list in the Jackson, Mississippi area. It's Clinton. They're giving them A grade overall. Most of this stuff is A. Clinton has some decent nightlife stuff, I guess, kind of the downtown maybe.
To be honest, there is a little nice little walking area downtown that they've really kept up. It's really nice down there. But Clinton's really small town feel all day long.
I guess it's not nightlife like city's nightlife.
No.
But there's like a downtown
like that, for sure.
I guess that's a B minus is probably pretty fair there. Crime and safety, I would say most of Clinton is going to be is fairly safe. Just like a Madison, I felt like it was a little bit harsh. I feel like maybe that's a little harsh. Clinton does border Jackson, and if you watch our other video, we dove into that article about kind of the areas where you have a lot of the homicides and things that happen, where they mostly happen in Jackson. It's any big city is going to have those, where is it happening, and it is right there on the border of Clinton. Like that's right across the border in Jackson. That's where a lot of it happened. So I imagine a little bit of that spillover just on that side there. But you know, Clinton C plus I still think is a little harsh. I think it's a pretty safe area. You know, just in my opinion, when you feel it, you know, when you go there. So they're giving it a C plus. I don't know. But you know, as far as pricing, I still think we're going to be a good bit cheaper than Madison in general. There's going to be a lot of cheaper options. However, there's still new stuff there that's very nice and going to be up online with that as well. So
I would say price point new construction wise in Clinton, and this might change because I've heard of some developments that are going to have a smaller square footage heated and cooled that would help bring that cost down. But last time I was looking, it was around $325 and up in Clinton on new construction.
Yeah.
But those new developments come along that should get a little lower. But how much lower, I don't know.
Yeah, and Clinton's college town. You got Mississippi College there. Big deal in Clinton.
Well, in Mississippi College, it's a private college as well.
Yep. So, you know, I think renting is more popular there, and renting is probably a little cheaper in Clinton. Kind of all tied into that a little bit. But yeah, as far as
there gives us a statistic here on the rent, like he was saying, that's probably why the rent's a little higher there because it is a college town.
Yeah, good bit more. If we go back to Madison, it was very low. So you see there, Clinton has been ranked as far as schools. If I jump down to schools, like they're ranked number 2 right now. I've also seen lists where they've been number 1.
I want to say something about schools real quick.
What's that?
Clinton Arrows, Cam Akers, NFL player on the Los Angeles Rams in the playoffs.
Yep.
Went to Clinton High School.
There you go.
Now, there could be some other people out there, players and stuff, but that's the one I know of today to relate to Clinton.
Yep. If you look here to C+, we're going back to that crime and safety. Look at the national averages, you know, 282 and 15.9. You know, so when I said, well, I feel like it's a little harsh, I guess that's why. You know, it's way below the national average. You know, residents are rating it or not rating it A on the diversity side, just like most of the area. A lot of people don't think this about Mississippi. It's a pretty diverse area. The whole area is. Got a lot of jobs in Clinton. A little bit lower on that median income, but again, I don't know how up to date this is. You have the new Continental.
That's what I was going to say. The new Continental factory over there. One of my clients actually works there, so is enjoying all that. But yeah, you got the new Continental plant, and so other things can come off of that as well.
Yep.
Oh, so, they were going to be adding jobs at the Continental plant. Is what I was told.
Yeah, I think they're adding a good bit. Now, jump back up here to the map. Just wanted you to see that again. I mentioned. I know we mentioned the location, but it is there on the west side of the metro border and the east side of Jackson, right there, right along I-20. So it's a really convenient location to get, you know, on I-20. You can get on the Natchez Trace, which runs right through Clinton, and get up to Ridgeland. So I'd say Clinton has got one of the most convenient locations in the area as far as being able to get around the rest of the area.
That's right.
So that's really nice.
And Clinton's taking you I-20 west towards
Vicksburg,
Monroe, on to Dallas, Shreveport, then Dallas.
I know a lot of people actually live in Clinton that work. The U.S. Army or Corps of Engineers has a place over in Clinton there, and so a lot of people live in Clinton. In Vicksburg, and they live in Clinton and commute over there because it's not a very far commute.
What did you say that commute is from Clinton to Vicksburg?
It's around 30 minutes, you know, from Clinton to Vicksburg.
It's not far.
Yeah, not bad at all. All right, y'all, let's jump on to the third one on the list. And if you've watched our other videos, you know this is. I live in Flowood, so I'm partial to Flowoods because of what I know. It's what I'm there all the time. So I know the most about. If you say, man, he talks about Flowood a lot.
Yeah.
It seems like he talks about more than the other. It's not because I'm trying to make you go to Flowood. It's just because that's the area that I know.
He knows it the best.
Yeah. So they said it's the #1 best place to live. So
in Rankin County,
it's number 3 to raise a family, but it's #1 on best places to live. So take that for what you will. A grade there. The B+ on housing is probably just because the housing there has kind of jumped up a lot. So you got a lot of new stuff that's popped up there. That's a good bit higher price point than the other stuff that's there.
Well, Flowood's really, to be honest, Flowood is more commercial property than residential, and the little bit of residential that's there is more luxury residential as far as for our area. So when I say luxury, I'm talking that 300 and up. There are homes in the area in Flowood that are less, but the majority are going to be 300 and up.
Yeah, you know, but was Clinton a B- on nightlife?
It was.
If that's a B-, Flowood probably needs a C. I don't know of any nightlife stuff going on in Flowood. That's probably one place where it could use some help.
Flowood probably has I don't know, but Flowood might have more restaurants.
Flowood's got restaurants, but nightlife?
No.
I don't know. Do you live in Flowood and you love the Flowood nightlife scene? Put that down in the comments. I want to hear about that.
Cerami's, I know, can have a nice little nightlife and a small Italian restaurant there.
Things can happen.
But I can't really. Can you think of anything else that would?
Well, I will say this. So here locally, Flowood and the Reservoir area, that 39047 Brandon, which is really, if I go down to the map here, on the north side of Flowood, this area right here, that area is probably has a little bit more. You know, like you've got some of the restaurants up there that are on the reservoir. So maybe they've got that resort status up there now. So we've got some new things coming with that. Maybe that, but that's not technically in Flowood.
No, it's not.
So I don't know.
That's actually branded. Now I call that an extension of Flowood, though.
Yeah, I'd say it's not Flowood, but it is. You know, but you see Flowood here. It's kind of hugs Highway 25 running up Lakeland Drive. Like you said, it's mostly commercial, but you have neighborhoods there. You've got neighborhoods kind of all out here too. And you know, if you need to get to the airport, obviously it's very convenient to the airport. If you need to get down to Jackson, so I'd say it's pretty convenient. I will say most of the residential part of Flowood is on the northeast side of it, kind of here from about Old Fannin Road and out that way. And so getting down to Jackson takes a little bit farther. You're not right on the interstate, so that part is a little bit less convenient.
You're not far from the interstate. The interstate's right here.
No, it's not that it's far, but you know, some of these other ones, Madison's literally on the interstate. Clinton, literally on the interstate. Flowood, okay, technically yes, this part, but no, this is not a big residential area here. So most of the residential is up here in the northeast part of it. But to cover the rest of stuff in Flowood, you know, here still very much below national averages on all of those. Just like I said, the whole area is diverse. Jobs, you've got a lot of jobs here. You've got growing job opportunities here. There's a lot of new things popping up. You've got the new Water Point development that's going to have some commercial places as well as a big neighborhood. So a lot of new things coming there in Flowood. You've also got some big headquarters here. The Blue Cross Blue Shield of Mississippi is here.
Ergon. A lot of people don't realize Ergon is a lot bigger than most people think. It owns a bunch of different companies. They have a huge building there in Flowood that I believe they're in the whole thing except a very small portion of it.
Yep. So a lot of big stuff there in Flowood, and I would say this is probably higher. I'm just gonna guess it's probably more like 80 to 100, but you know I don't know, who knows, but I'm just speculating that this number is a little bit out of date. And if it's schools, you got A ratings on all these. You got a lot of private schools in Flowood too. That's technically some of these aren't technically in Flowood.
Right, I was gonna say
in fact,
that's not.
I don't know what Jackson Prep is. Jackson Prep is in Flowood. You've also got Hartfield, so private schools are there too. I just wanted to mention those. Jackson Academy is in Jackson, close to Flowood, but not in Flowood. Let's keep it going. We got several more we got to get through on this list, and we're going to try to keep this from being a super long video. Brandon, another popular one. Had a guy recently asked to do a Madison versus Brandon, so we'll probably do that on a video coming up soon. They're giving it an A rating here. It's the number, number 4 for raising a family. They've got it number 3, best suburbs to buy a house. I don't know who comes up with all these lists, but I guess you can do it however you want to. You know, Brandon, I'm gonna say this is actually outdated for Brandon. This 2 years ago I would say was right, but now you've got the for a nightlife in Brandon. I guess I don't know how long these places are open.
I know you're gonna say now.
But you've got you can get a beer or whatever you get at
you got a district in downtown. You got a district in downtown Brandon,
and you can take it with you, carry it around, go. And there's several different places there. There's new places that have popped up.
Well, you got Jenna Bennis, and right behind Jenna Bennis, you've got a speakeasy.
Yeah,
right?
Well, actually, you're thinking of the Burgers Blues.
No. There's a speakeasy behind Jenna Bennis.
Another one. Okay,
so you got Jenna Bennis here, and Jared, if you were here, you could see this. You have to walk down, and right below it is it used to be an old jail. So there's speakeasy there.
Well, I got to go check that one out. I knew about the other one that's behind.
Well, you got Burgers and Blues, and then in this little alley, it's called, what is it called, the B&B?
I can't remember
the name of it, but it's a bar right there. But we found out when we were in there that you could literally get you a cup, and they have it color coded so they know which restaurant it came from to make sure you're legal to be drinking it. And you can walk in that district, and that's not normal here.
Yeah,
especially in Brandon.
It's a new thing, but yeah, it was a surprise that it's in Brandon. So I'm gonna executive decision here. I'm gonna bump that up to a B plus instead of a Z plus.
And there's a pizza place that's fixing to open up in the same little district too as well. So it's becoming a little hot little spot there.
Yep, it's the downtown Brandon is has really stepped up lately. So
and
check out.
And locally that's referred to as Brandon proper, because 39042 Brandon proper, 39047 the res, what we mentioned earlier with the connection with Flowwood.
Yeah, that's right. So it can be a little confusing. I made a whole video about that whole thing, so you can go watch that. But Brandon, the city of Brandon's where we are here. Again, I think some of these numbers all out of date. I think some of them are going to be a little bit higher. Brandon does have some affordable places though, so it's maybe more so than Madison for sure.
I just thought about something. New construction wise in Brandon, you can get in the mid 200s or to upper 200s, but that's not going to last very long. It's a small little thing that happened recently, but there you're really 350 and up again on new construction. Unfortunately, with our new construction, the minimum heated and cooled square footage of 2,000, what we're seeing is causing that price to stay higher.
Yep. And so anyway, where Brandon is, again, like I said, it's right on the interstate. Right on I-20, so maybe a little bit more convenient of a location than Flowwood in some instances, not in others, not in all. But you're right there on the interstate in Brandon. Crime and safety is going to be, all these are well below the national average. Still, I guess they're saying it's a little less diverse. I don't know all these stats, so I'm just going to go with what they have there. The whole area, jobs, a lot of things there in Brandon. Like I said, a lot of new stuff, a lot of local stuff. I'd say Brandon's more local. Brandon has more local stuff than the commercial, big national name stuff there. Yeah, that's. I mean, maybe there's not as many positions. I don't know, but the big huge companies in Brandon. But you've got a lot of local stuff, which I like. And the schools there, you're still part of the Rankin County School District there. Same with Flowwood. So you're going to have a lot of the same. Well, not the same schools necessarily, but you're under the same district. So the same kind of administration management over that.
And the way the schools work is it's by grade, so you don't have multiple elementaries. It's basically let's just say, I don't know the exact, let's say it's kindergarten through second grade and then third grade through fifth grade. So it's set up like that. So you might have, let's say if you have multiple kids in the school system, right? They might be at 3 different places. So that's something that I think people need to know about the Brandon schools.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a lot more to know. We're going to keep it going. We got number 5. We're going to have to roll through these. I wanted to cover the top ones really thoroughly. Let's just stick here with the rest of them. Number 5, Ridgeland. It's just south of Madison. Like you said, you live right on the border there. It's right here on the reservoir. Lots of shopping options in Ridgeland. If you like that, it's kind of the epicenter of shopping. You got
the only indoor mall we've got in town, North Park Mall.
Yeah, right, North Park Mall. You've also got the Renaissance. So those two shopping areas there. You've got some local stuff down in the Old Town part of Ridgeland, and then I'd say on if you're probably the southern half of Ridgeland, it's going to be the more affordable areas. The western side of Ridgeland is going to be the more expensive.
Yep.
So that's kind of what you're looking at there. Those prices can range anywhere from, I'd say, upper 100s, maybe still, but probably 200s, and then
over $1 million.
To over $1 million when you get out like the neighborhoods like Bridgewater and places like that.
And get on some of the properties over there that have acreage close to Bridgewater.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, you can see some of the ratings here. Schools still rated very highly there. You're still actually under the umbrella of Madison County there, but you're Ridgeland. So different schools. Moving on, number 6, you've got Pearl. Pearl is probably a pretty popular one that it's going to make these top lists pretty consistently. Usually not number 1, number 2, but it's going to make these top lists. But it's going to be one of the more affordable ones that are going to be in the top of these lists. You can get stuff a lot more affordably there. Taxes are generally a little bit lower there. Well, generally.
Pearl's its own school district.
Yeah.
So that causes the property taxes to be a little bit higher because of the school tax on that, in my opinion.
Really? Yeah. I guess I've seen it differently. I don't know. I guess it could go both ways depending on where you go. Maybe you go to the newer places is different.
But you can definitely get more affordable home there. Pearl's in a great location, easy access to the interstate, easy access into Jackson. I mean, it's a sweet spot for getting to areas easily because of its access to the interstate and where it's located. It's more central.
Yeah, it's pretty much kind of at the intersection of I-55
and
20
and 49.
and 49.
So it gives you the west and east corridor, the north and south as well.
Yeah, because of that, you've got several, like the truck stops there because it's kind of like right in the center of all these things. You've also, that's where the Mississippi Braves are. If you want to go catch a Braves game, you can do that there.
Outlet Mall.
Right across from the Outlet Mall. So you've got the big Outlet Mall there. If you like to do the shopping, but maybe not pay as much as you would at the Renaissance or some of these places like you would in Ridgeland, save some money there at the outlets. So that's always nice. And lots of restaurants, great movie theater there. The Cinemark movie theater, used to be Tinseltown right there. And a lot more. Pearson Road is growing. They've got a new road connecting that kind of to Flowwood a little more directly that they're working on.
I wish they'd open that up because that would change a lot from Flowwood to Pearl.
Yeah. Well, you've got that one, and you've got the other road, Flowwood to Brandon, East Metro Parkway.
Yeah.
Which is getting close to being done. They've been working on it for
on
and off forever, but
that one's gonna be done before this one.
Oh yeah, both of those are coming up. So great area there. One of the bigger population wise, some of those we've looked at so far have been low. I think this one, they're showing 26,000. I guess they gave Ridgeland 24, but some of these suburbs are only like 6,000, 7,000, 10,000. So it is one of the bigger suburbs. But yeah.
Now this is something we hadn't mentioned. In the last three, there are rental opportunities in all three areas. Yep. Flowwood offers apartments and single family. So does Pearl. So does Ridgeland. Yeah,
you can find apartments there in any of those
Madison.
Except for Madison. And really only the city of Madison. You go out into the county to the north, there are some apartments, but not in the city in Madison. And all those you can. Pearl, pretty affordably. I think you can still rent like a 2 or 3 bedroom for around $900 a month apartment there, which is pretty good compared to these others.
I think that's gone up.
I don't know. I've had some friends that live there. I don't know. Maybe it has. If it's gone in the last year, I don't know. Maybe it's 1,000, 1,100.
Let's just be honest. Rental prices and home prices have gone up for sure in the last year.
Yeah, and another thing is just because of the way things are here in Mississippi with real estate, we don't handle a ton of rentals. So if you're, I don't know. We don't deal with it every day like we do the home sales.
That's right. In most cases, people will call the property management company or the leasing agent directly to view the property, and then if they like it, they'll do the application with them and get the apartment or the home.
That's right. All right, come on down here to number 7, Florence. And I'll be honest with you, neither one of us work a lot in Florence. The people that have been moving here, it hasn't been one of the areas that we've helped people a lot with. It happens sometimes. We've definitely been down there. I'll say one of the cons with both Florence and the next one on the list, Ridgeland, has been the road work that's been going on down there, which is coming.
Highway 49.
It seems like they're getting close.
I think it's almost done. They've been working on it a very long time. So it's been an issue with traffic and the red lights and all that getting from basically Pearl through Ridgeland to Florence.
Yeah.
But if you want something close to town and affordable in Rankin County, Ridgeland and Florence offer that.
Yep, they definitely do. Still in that same Rankin County School District. A little lower rating here on the schools, at least for Ridgeland. Ridgeland is going to be right on the south side of Jackson, and then Florence is just south of Ridgeland. So kind of covering both of these at the same time there. And these are, like I said, some of these areas are smaller, right? 7,000, 4,000. I'm
very surprised that Ridgeland's population is higher than Florence.
Yeah.
Just because Ridgeland's mainly commercial, kind of like Flowwood, mainly commercial and less residential.
Yeah, Florence is getting more rural, kind of getting out there a little bit. Most of the stuff is still kind of centered along Highway 49. You do have a little bit off of that in Florence. I would say Ridgeland, it's all pretty much on, all the business, everything's right on 49.
49, right,
yeah.
Right. But Florence is a bigger area.
Yeah.
Because like Jared was saying, it's more rural too. You have the little town part, and then it gets into the rural parts. I'm still surprised the population is that big of a difference.
Yeah. But then this, this is kind of one of the interesting things about these lists. I know they rate these, and obviously I doubt the people from Niche or Niche.com have been to these cities. And so Cleary is more of a kind of a community subset of Florence. I wouldn't make it its own
separate area
thing here. So if it's me, I would roll that into Florence. It is off of it a little bit, but it's pretty much right there with it.
I was looking at the ratings. The ratings are almost the same.
Yeah. Well, they should
except for the overall and good for families. It's off just by a little bit.
Which it probably drops off a little bit just because it's, Florence is rural, and this is off a little bit of Florence, so I'd say it's very rural at this point. But you're going to think you live in Florence pretty much. You're probably not going to say I live in Cleary. I think you live in.
I don't think you would either.
Yeah. Anyway, number 10 on the list is Byram. Byram is only the second one on this list in Hinds County. So Clinton was up there at number 2. This one is in Hinds County, just on the south side of Jackson. And so the Hinds County schools, with the exception of Clinton, you look on these sites, you generally see them ranked a little bit lower. Clinton, obviously, the exception of the rule, is generally ranked pretty high.
Clinton, though, I don't know if we mentioned this earlier, but Clinton's its own school district as well,
yeah.
like Pearl.
Yeah, so that's what I say in Hinds County. So you've got that there. Overall, they're giving it a B grade, so they're saying it's pretty good. And it's a little bit more of a commute. I would say you have to drive up. It's not too bad. If you work in downtown, or it's okay. If you work in like the Fonda, the medical place, you can get there in 20 to 30 minutes.
Towards the southwest side of the city. Yeah. Going out to Byram. It's right off the interstate as well, but it also goes in deeper into a rural part that connects it to Raymond, Mississippi.
Yeah, so that's all out there. If you're moving here to work in Madison or Ridgeland, not Richland, on that north side up there, it's probably a little farther than you want to be.
It's going to be a nice commute.
Yeah, I mean, when we say long commute, the long commutes here at most usually about 45 minutes, and that's probably what it would take you to get to Ridgeland, Madison from Byram. If you get into traffic, maybe you could get up to like an hour or so there. So that is very long for here. That's, most people aren't dealing with that here. One of the big reasons you move this area is you don't want to deal with the traffic. You want the shorter commute times.
That's right.
It can definitely be achieved. So, a lot of good stuff going on in Byram down there. They've got some little neat stuff, but it's a small town.
Yeah, small town feel for sure. You do have a Walmart there. You have a Kroger there as far as the grocery stores go. The boutique stuff, the small town type of businesses are mainly there in Byram. Known
for the swinging bridge in Byram. We're not there. They refinished it not several years ago, but it maybe is getting close to needing it again. But it's one of those neat little like small town attractions, right? So anyway,
and that's going to give you obviously that's 20 south. Mm-hmm. Right, 55 south.
55 south.
55 south, I'm sorry. It's going to lead you right on towards New Orleans.
Yep, you're going to keep on going down that way. The rest of these on this are out of the top 10, and really I would say they're not actually suburbs for the most part. Raymond is close to being a suburb. McGee, Morton, you're getting out there. Small towns. Canton is a little bit bigger, but it is kind of separated. It's maybe you'd consider it a suburb. Crystal Springs, definitely not. Crystal Springs, Hazelhurst, all the rest of those on that list, you're getting way out from the city. I would not consider those suburbs. Y'all, that is their list. That's the top 10, and I think we told you everything that we could kind of add to that without making this just forever long. It's already a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. If you made it this far, put us down and put a comment down in the video. Say, stop talking so long. Talk faster. Just tell us something like that. I'll know that you watched here, or you watched this far into the video. Leave us a like if you like the video. If you want to see more content like this, make sure you do hit that subscribe button and click the bell. That way you'll get notified when the videos come out. And of course, if you are that person who is thinking about seriously, or you know that you're going to be moving here to the Jackson Metro, after you subscribe, take it one step further.
You got to give us a call, give us a text, shoot us an email, or break out the megaphone. Whatever you got to do to make the move here to Jackson so much easier.
That's right, y'all. We got you back moving here to Jackson. We appreciate you watching this one. We hope you did enjoy it. And we look forward to seeing you on the next one.